Do you know what's lurking in your home? You might be surprised by the unwelcome guests you're unknowingly hosting. Let's start with spiders. Now, these eight-legged arachnids might seem harmless, merely spinning their webs in the corners of your rooms. But did you know that some species of spiders, like the infamous brown recluse and the black widow, can pack a venomous bite? Sure, they're not out to get you, but an encounter can be unpleasant and in some cases even dangerous. Moving on to cockroaches. These creatures are known for their resiliency, but did you know they're also carriers of various pathogens? Their exploration of unsanitary places, such as sewers and garbage bins, makes them potential vectors for diseases. They can carry bacteria like E. coli and Salmonella, which can contaminate food and surfaces, leading to food poisoning and other health issues. And let's not forget ants. These industrious insects might seem innocuous, but they can be more than just a picnic nuisance. Some species, like fire ants, can deliver painful stings causing allergic reactions in some individuals. Moreover, ants can contaminate your food as they scurry around your kitchen in search of crumbs. While we're discussing these creatures, it's important to remember that they're not just uninvited house guests. They're also potential health hazards. Their presence can lead to a variety of health issues, from skin irritations and allergic reactions to more serious conditions like asthma attacks triggered by cockroach allergens. So it's not just about the creepy factor. These crawlers can pose real threats to your well-being. It's crucial to keep your home clean and take necessary precautions to keep these pests at bay. Make sure to seal any cracks or holes they might use as entry points and store food properly to avoid attracting them. So next time you spot a spider or a cockroach, remember they're not just a nuisance, they could also be a threat to your health. Think you're safe because you can't see any pests? Think again. There are creatures that are almost invisible to the naked eye. Let's dive into the world of the unseen threats, the microscopic pests that stealthily roam your home, unseen, unheard, but definitely not unfelt. Two common culprits are dust mites and bedbugs. These tiny creatures might be out of sight, but they certainly shouldn't be out of mind. Dust mites, for instance, are minuscule critters that thrive in warm, humid environments. They love to burrow into your mattresses, carpets, and upholstery, feasting on the dead skin cells you shed. Sounds harmless, right? Not quite. These microscopic pests are a major source of allergens, triggering reactions in millions of people worldwide. If you've ever woken up with a stuffy nose, itchy eyes, or a scratchy throat, you might have dust mites to thank. Now let's talk about bedbugs. These tiny, reddish-brown insects are notorious hitchhikers, catching rides on luggage, clothing, and used furniture. Once they've found a host, that's you by the way, they settle in for a meal, feasting on your blood while you sleep. The result? Itchy red welts that can cause significant discomfort, and even lead to secondary infections from scratching. But it's not just the physical symptoms you should worry about. These unseen threats can also cause psychological distress, leading to anxiety and sleepless nights. The knowledge that these tiny invaders are sharing your space, feeding off you, can be deeply unsettling. So, what can you do about these unseen threats? Well, regular and thorough cleaning is key. Vacuum your carpets, wash your bedding in hot water, and consider investing in allergen-proof mattress and pillow covers. It's also worth noting that professional pest control services can be invaluable in managing and eliminating these invisible invaders. Remember, just because you can't see them doesn't mean they're not there. So, the next time you settle down for a good night's sleep, spare a thought for the unseen threats that might be sharing your bed. After all, awareness is the first step towards action. You've heard about the pests you can see and the ones you can't, but what about the ones you can hear? Now we're stepping into the realm of the silent invaders, those pests that make their presence known through sounds rather than visuals. These creatures are often overlooked until the damage is already done. Let's dive into the world of these elusive pests. Consider termites, for instance. These tiny insects are rarely seen but often heard, their constant gnawing a telltale sign of their existence. They work in silence, their tiny jaws capable of reducing the wooden foundations of your home to dust. Over time, they can cause significant structural damage, often leading to costly repairs. But termites are not the only silent invaders lurking in your home. Rodents, such as rats and mice, are also notorious culprits. They creep through the walls and ceilings, their tiny footsteps and gnawing sounds echoing through the silence of your home. They chew through wires, gnaw on your insulation, and even damage your precious belongings. These creatures are more than just a nuisance. They pose a real threat to the safety and structure of your home. Imagine waking up one day to find your electrical system malfunctioning due to chewed wires, or discovering that your favorite piece of furniture has been reduced to a gnawed mess. The worst part? These silent invaders are often detected only after they've caused substantial damage. They operate behind the scenes, their destructive activities hidden from your sight, making their discovery a daunting task. But fear not. While these silent invaders are formidable, they are not invincible. Early detection and swift action can save your home from their destructive clutches. Listen closely to the sounds in your home. The faint gnawing or scurrying could be a sign of an infestation. These silent invaders can cause serious damage if left untreated, so it's crucial to act fast if you suspect an infestation. You might think you've heard it all, but there are still some creatures that might surprise you. Picture this. You wake up one morning to find a trail of silvery slime leading up to your favorite potted plant, now a chewed-up mess. The culprit? A seemingly innocuous garden snail that has somehow found its way into your home. Snails and their slimy cousins, slugs, may not be the first critters that come to mind when you think of household pests, but they can wreak havoc on indoor plants and even wallpaper. And let's not forget their potential to carry parasites and diseases. Then there are the birds. Yes, you heard right, birds. You might be wondering how our feathered friends could possibly be considered pests. Well, consider this. A small bird finds an open window, flies into your home and decides it quite likes the look of that chandelier in the living room. Before you know it, you've got a bird's nest, complete with a chirping family. Not only can birds cause a mess with their droppings, but they can also carry mites and diseases. And it's not just the mess and potential health risks that are a concern. Birds nesting in your home can cause structural damage too. They can block vents and chimneys, leading to a buildup of carbon monoxide, a deadly gas. And if they decide to peck away at your insulation or wiring, you could be looking at significant repair costs. But don't panic just yet. While these unusual suspects might seem out of place in a discussion about household pests, they do serve as a reminder that pests can come in all shapes and sizes. And just like their more common counterparts, they can be dealt with effectively. So, the next time you spot a snail slowly making its way across your living room floor, or hear the telltale chirping of a bird from somewhere inside your house, remember, they're not just unexpected visitors, they're potential pests. These unusual suspects might seem harmless, but they can still cause problems if they're not dealt with properly. Finally, the most shocking creature that could be living in your home. Brace yourself, because this one's a real shocker. It's small, it's silent, and it's venomous. It's the brown recluse spider, a creature that can send shivers down anyone's spine. The brown recluse is one of the most venomous spiders found in North America. It's a silent invader, creeping into homes unnoticed and making itself comfortable in dark, secluded places. They're not aggressive by nature, but if they feel threatened or accidentally disturbed, they won't hesitate to bite. The bite of a brown recluse is not just painful, but it also carries a potent venom that can cause serious health problems. The venom can destroy skin tissues and cause necrosis, which is the death of cells in an organ or tissue due to disease, injury, or failure of the blood supply. The effects can be severe and may require medical intervention. Now let's talk solutions. The best way to deal with such a dangerous pest is to engage professional pest control services. They have the knowledge and tools to safely remove these spiders from your home. They can also provide advice on how to prevent future infestations. You might be thinking, but I can just squash it, right? Well, yes, you could, but it's not the best solution. Brown recluses are excellent hiders, and where there's one, there's often more. Professional pest control can ensure that all spiders, including the hidden ones, are dealt with effectively. And remember, prevention is always better than cure. Regularly clean and declutter your home, especially in dark and secluded areas. Seal cracks and crevices in walls, floors, and windows to prevent these spiders from entering your home. Regularly check and shake out items that are not often used, like gloves, boots, and clothing. Remember, knowledge is power when it comes to pest control. Stay informed, stay safe, and keep those unwanted guests out of your home.